Jake and Tiffany Lenhart already had adopted one son from Haiti and were in the process of adopting two more when the earthquake hit in January 2010. Through the devastation, tragedy, and uncertainty of the earthquake, Jednay and Jackson were able to join their new family much sooner than expected.
Went to Haiti on a mission trip with another church, and several people from our church and several people from their church went. And while we were there, we met a little boy named Jim So, who was in the orphanage, and
he was 2.
He was 2 at the time, and we over the last year had felt like we wanted to grow our family. She wanted to do it the biological way, and I felt like doing adoption. And so for about a year, we prayed and we argued and we fought at different times, and then when we went to Haiti, it was very clear that that's who we were supposed to adopt.
He just had the saddest eyes. So all week long, we just cuddled and played, and Jake had talked about wanting to adopt before, and I'm like, I don't think I could ever love another person's child as much as I love my own. And then when we met Jim So.
Yeah, changed everything. We didn't see him until I went back to pick him up. While I was at the orphanage for those few days, there was this one little boy that just was always out there helping me, And he kept saying, I'm Jim So's brother. And I thought he was just kind of joking with me. When we got ready to leave, I asked the director, is that really his brother? And he said, yeah. And so we had always said from the beginning that we always felt like God's design was for family to stay together as much as possible. We said, well, if it's what God wants, we'll go for it. And so we started working on the adoption for both Jednay and Jackson. In the back of our mind, for me, I really thought this will never happen. We're never going to come up with $30,000 or $40,000. They're going to age out before the government will even sign off on any of this stuff. This is impossible. And then, before we had to go through all the really expensive stuff, the earthquake hit, and then here they are. I was able to go down just a couple days after the earthquake and start doing relief work with this organization. They suffered quite a bit of loss. The night before I flew down there, we had heard this rumor that the Haitian government was allowing anybody that was at a certain point in their adoption to bring the children. They were signing off on all the adoptions because of humanitarian reasons, and they were expediting everything. And so when we got to Haiti, there was another lady that was with me who was also adopting. She was a nurse, local nurse here, and she went to the embassy and started working on that side of things. And about 3 days later, they were on an Air Force plane flying to Miami.
We flew to Miami and got there by like 3, and she had just gotten all the kids settled, and then of course we're so excited. We come in there and like wake them up because I was just so excited to see him. And with Jim So, I had a whole closet of clothes prepared, and like we were just ready. And then with the other 2 boys, it was just like,
here they are. You have to remember that she's not the enemy, and that I'm not the enemy. Even if you fight with your wife and win, you still lose.
I think especially, young girls kind of grow up thinking that you're going to get married and this person's going to meet all your needs, and I kind of put the expectation on him that he was responsible for making me happy, and that was a really unhealthy thing. And we worked through that the first couple of years of our marriage. I had to be really just consistent in making sure that we do have time to spend, just the 2 of us, and if it means hiring a babysitter or being creative and waking up before everyone else wakes up and go and have breakfast together. Continue to be each other's best friend. He has been my best friend for the last 15 years, and it's still, when something really awesome happens in my day, he's the first person I want to call, and when something really difficult happens, he's still the first person I want to call. And even in the very stressful, difficult moments and seasons of our marriage, I can still have so much fun with him, and we can laugh and be silly and just continue to be each other's best friends.